Arionne Curry is back at it again, and once more, she has managed to get everyone talking without even saying a direct word to anyone. The moment she posted something online, people felt the energy shift, and it did not take long before her post began spreading all over social media. What makes this situation even more interesting is how fast people linked her post to Martell Holt and Latisha Scott. It is almost like people have created a rule at this point. Whenever Arionne posts something, especially if it looks shady, people assume it is about Martell or someone close to him. And this time, the same pattern has repeated itself. But the reactions feel even stronger than usual because the whole cast has been quiet for a while. So when Arionne decided to post something that felt a little too bold, fans immediately knew she was trying to stir the pot again. It all began with one simple post, something that didn't even look dramatic at first. But fans who follow her closely know that Arionne never posts anything without a purpose. Even if she takes it down later, her timing is always interesting. So when she shared this post, people started screenshotting it instantly because they knew it would not stay online for long. And as soon as her name started trending again, Martell's name got dragged right behind it, even though he did not say or do anything publicly. It has become a pattern that no matter what Arionne does, Martell ends up being pulled into it automatically, almost like they are connected by invisible strings that keep pulling them back into the same drama. Martell has not been with Melody Cherie for a long time now, and Melody has been busy building her own life, focusing on her kids, her career, and her peace. But Martell still somehow finds himself back in the middle of these conversations because of how deep his history with Arionne goes. People online notice this ongoing cycle, and they always ask the same question. If Martell reacts to everyone else but stays silent when it comes to Arionne, what does that silence really mean? That question came back again this time because even after Arionne made her shady post, Martell did not say a single word. No reaction, no explanation, no live videos, nothing. And fans could not ignore that. When Martell deals with people like Latisha or even Marcel, he does not hesitate to jump online, make a live video, or drop comments addressing whatever rumor is going around. But when Arionne posts something that looks like a direct message aimed at him, Martell goes quiet every single time. This is something fans have talked about for years. They wonder why Arionne gets a different treatment. Why does she get silence while others get arguments, shade, and long explanations? People believe the answer lies in what Arionne knows. She has been around him in moments that were never shown on TV. She has seen things behind the scenes, and she knows parts of his life that others have never seen. That kind of history cannot be ignored because it explains why Martell might choose silence instead of fighting back. Arionne also knows exactly how to get people talking. The way she posts something vague, waits for the reaction, and then deletes it has become her signature style. She knows the fans are watching, she knows people screenshot everything, and she knows that even if she deletes the post, the conversation will continue without her. She has mastered that post and delete move in a way that keeps her name in the conversation, but keeps her hands clean because she can always say she was misunderstood or people are reading too much into it. But fans who have watched her for a long time believe she does it on purpose. They think she is fully aware of the storm her posts create, especially when Martell and Latisha's names get dragged in. And speaking of Latisha Scott, her name has been pulled into the situation whether she likes it or not. Fans have linked her to this new wave of drama only because of the timing of Arionne's post. Whenever Arionne makes a move online, Latisha finds herself in the middle of conversations even if she has not said anything. She has tried to remain calm and unbothered, at least in public, but fans keep analyzing every little thing she does. They watch her comments, her likes, her stories, and even her silence. Every reaction becomes part of the story. People online begin to wonder if Arionne's post was aimed at Martell alone or if it was also meant to send a message to Latisha,
because of past situations and ongoing tension. Melody Cherie is another name that always ends up connected to all of this drama, even though she has clearly moved on. Melody has been putting her energy into her growth. She is staying focused on her business, her music, and her children. She rarely gets pulled into this type of drama because she no longer entertains it. But the fans refuse to stop associating her with Martell and Arionne's issues. Anytime Arionne posts something that seems connected to Martell, people start asking if Melody will say something or if she has noticed the shade. Even when she says nothing, her silence becomes a topic by itself. People start assuming things just because she didn't respond. This is how deeply connected all of these people have become to one another in the public eye. Arionne's ability to shake the entire circle with one small post is actually something fans find fascinating. She doesn't need to write long captions or call anyone out directly. All it takes is a picture, a sentence, an emoji, or even a deleted post. Her moves are always subtle, which forces fans to analyze everything she does. They start breaking down her words, the timing, and even the style of the post. This is why people immediately assume the post was connected to Martell and possibly Latisha. It's not the first time, and fans believe it won't be the last. They have learned that Arionne's posts usually come with a deeper meaning, and they expect her to shake things up every time she gets too quiet. The timing of her post is one of the main reasons everyone is paying extra attention right now. For a while, things had been quiet around the cast. No big drama, no scandal, no major arguments. So when Arionne suddenly posted something that looked a little too bold, fans knew she was doing it deliberately. It felt like she wanted to wake up the drama again, and she succeeded. People started tagging Martell. They started tagging Latisha. They started discussing Melody. Even Marcel's name came up because people always assume he might say something or react in comments. That one post created a ripple effect that reached everyone in the circle. But the biggest question fans are asking right now is why Martell remains so silent when it comes to Arionne. Many believe he fears what she might expose if he argues with her. Others say it's because of their child together, which makes their connection deeper than people realize. Some think he simply does not want to give her more attention publicly. But whatever the reason is, his silence is louder than any argument he could make. Every time Arionne posts something, the silence becomes noticeable. Fans keep pointing out how he reacts strongly to other cast members, but treats Arionne completely differently. This double standard has become one of the main reasons people are convinced there is more happening behind the scenes than anyone knows. The drama becomes even more intense when you look at how fans respond online. They take Arionne's posts and turn them into theories. They come up with ideas, they search for clues, and they compare old posts to new ones. It becomes a full investigation every time she posts something. People start breaking down her words, the timing, and even the style of the post. This is why people immediately assume the post was connected to Martell. It's not the first time, and fans believe it won't be the last. They have learned that Arionne's posts usually come with a deeper meaning, and they expect her to shake things up every time she gets too quiet. The timing of her post is one of the main reasons everyone is paying extra attention right now. For a while, things had been quiet around the cast. No big drama, no scandal, no major arguments. So when Arionne suddenly posted something that looked a little too bold, fans knew she was doing it deliberately. It felt like she wanted to wake up the drama again, and she succeeded. People started tagging Martell. They started tagging Latisha. They started discussing Melody. Even Marcel's name came up because people always assume he might say something or react in comments. That one post created a ripple effect that reached everyone in the circle. But the biggest question fans are asking right now is why Martell remains so silent when it comes to Arionne. Many believe he fears what she might expose if he argues with her. Others say it's because of their child together, which makes their connection deeper than people realize. Some think he simply does not want to give her more attention publicly. But whatever the reason is, his silence is louder than any argument he could make. Every time Arionne posts something, the silence becomes noticeable. Fans keep pointing out how he reacts strongly to other cast members, but treats Arionne completely differently. This double standard has become one of the main reasons people are convinced there is more happening behind the scenes than anyone knows. The drama becomes even more intense when you look at how fans respond online. They take Arionne's post and turn them into theories. They come up with ideas, they search for clues, and they compare old posts to new ones. It becomes a full investigation every time she posts something. People start breaking down her words, the timing, and even the style of the post. And this is why people immediately assume the post was connected to Martell. It's not the first time, and fans believe it won't be the last. They have learned that Arionne's posts usually come with a deeper meaning, and they expect her to shake things up every time she gets.
Arionne's ability to shake the entire circle with one small post is actually something fans find fascinating. She does not need to write long captions or call anyone out directly. All it takes is a picture, a sentence, an emoji, or even a deleted post. Her moves are always subtle, which forces fans to analyze everything she does. They start breaking down her words, the timing, and even the style of the post. This is why people immediately assumed the post was connected to Martell and possibly Latisha. It is not the first time, and fans believe it won't be the last. They have learned that Arionne's posts usually come with a deeper meaning, and they expect her to shake things up every time she gets too quiet. The timing of her post is one of the main reasons everyone is paying extra attention right now. For a while, things have been quiet around the cast. No big drama, no scandal, no major arguments. So when Arionne suddenly posted something that looked a little too bold, fans knew she was doing it deliberately. It felt like she wanted to wake up the drama again, and she succeeded. People started tagging Martell. They started tagging Latisha. They started discussing Melody. Even Marcel's name came up because people always assume he might say something or react in comments. That one post created a ripple effect that reached everyone in the circle. But the biggest question fans are asking right now is why Martell remains so silent when it comes to Arionne. Many believe he fears what she might expose if he argues with her. Others say it is because of their child together, which makes their connection deeper than people realize. Some think he simply does not want to give her more attention publicly. But whatever the reason is, his silence is louder than any argument he could make. Every time Arionne posts something, the silence becomes noticeable. Fans keep pointing out how he reacts strongly to other cast members, but treats Arionne completely differently. This double standard has become one of the main reasons people are convinced there is more happening behind the scenes than anyone knows. The drama becomes even more intense when you look at how fans respond online. They take Arionne's posts and turn them into theories. They come up with ideas, they search for clues, and they compare old posts to new ones. It becomes a full investigation every time she posts something. People start connecting dots that may not even exist, but that is how social media works. Every detail matters. Every deleted post gets saved. Every story becomes part of a bigger conversation. And Arionne knows this. She knows how the fans think, and she knows exactly how to keep her name trending without saying too much.